Welcome to the Inspired by InVideo show. Here you can learn about how to use InVideo, ask questions and show off your videos. Stephen Healy is a content creator and facilitator for BeLive TV. I'm John Upton and I'm a video creator and general marketer for an agency based in the UK called Think and Do. In the group in the last few days about creating kinetic text, so I thought let's do some. So here we are. I've got a base scene here, called it Kinetic Text. I've got my logo. I'm going to stick with white on black, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So the first thing we're going to do is go onto the timeline, and you can see that our kinetic text doesn't begin right at the beginning and that it's 4.5 seconds long. Well, we want this to be pretty fast. So I'm going to reduce the length of this to 1/2 second. So I'm going to bring it right down to 0.5 or thereabouts. 0.48 will do. I want us to see things happening quite quickly, so I'm going to go here, still got it there. I'm going to do Control C, and then I'm going to do Control V, and I'm going to do Control V a few times so that I end up with a group of words. Now I'm going to put the logo at the bottom out of the way, and I'm actually going to go and alter some of the words as we go along. Now I've pre-prepared the words I want to use over here in this document. So copy, nip back. So now I'm nip back over to here, and now I'm going to edit the text. Already had it loaded. Edit the text, Control V. Going to go to the next one. Hit back to Word. Control C. Control V. Next one. Control C. Back to Word. Control V. Next one. Hit back to Word. Should really have closed those other two documents. I'll do that in a moment. Control C. Control V. Get the right one. I should be moving upwards, not downwards. It's downwards in here. Control C. Control V. And the last. It's not all of them, but I thought we'd just do the first few, have a look, and then we'll make the whole thing. Control C. Control V. So now I've got some words, and what I'm going to do is test my speed, because if my speed's not right, the whole thing's not going to be very good. So let's move the damn thing out the way, and what we want to do is we want to zoom in so that we can see what we're doing. So we're going to slide that to there, we're going to slide that one to there, slide that one to there, and I think I need to put some new batteries in my mouse because I just think you can see it's stuttering. So now if we bring our seeker to the front, and one last thing that we need to do is make sure they're all in the middle. So let's just test that one, because when you copy and paste, they don't necessarily go in the middle. Do you have the feeling? I really mean it that I'm going to stop in a moment and I'm going to change my mouse batteries. Let's just do this. That's roughly in the middle. I've got them pretty much lined up. Okay, so let's take this to the front, hit play. Okay, so that gave me something I could look at. I was reasonably happy, but I'd like to make them a little bit quicker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change them from the 0.48 that they were and make them 40. Now, what I'm going to do is zoom in a bit more, because when you zoom in a bit more, you can actually see but they're not all 0.48. So copy and paste doesn't always give you exactly what you want. So I'm going to reduce them all to 0.40. And changing my batteries didn't seem to make much difference. I'll try and do this as quick as I can. It's just not my day today, is it? That one was better. And that was better as well. Okay, so now if I place my seeker at the front and I hit play. Okay, so that was better and that was quicker. So now I'm going to add the other 6 words, and I'm going to do this by duplicating this 6 times using Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V. So now I've now got the words here, and I'm going to nip back and Control C, and I'll do this quite quickly. I need to edit the text. Control V, Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V. And you can see that I'm going to have to align these again afterwards because we're currently all on top of each other. But so let's nip back and get the last 3 words. Control C. Woo, wrong place. Control V. Control C. Done it again. Control V, and the last one, let's go back to here, and the last one is small. Control C. When you're doing this in a more relaxed situation, it comes over and happens a lot easier than it is when you're trying to record it and show it to people. So that's all of the words. Now what we're going to do is we're going to slide them and center them. Scroll up. And then what we'll be doing is centering. I actually wish that when you use Control-C and Control-V, they didn't offset it. It would make tasks like this a lot easier. Okay, so now what we're going to do is there, and that needs to go there in the center. Same with the next one. I tell you, I'm not having a great day. I think I'm going to get a new mouse mat thing. Anyway, that's roughly in the center. Again, need to move this so it's roughly in the middle. Do the same with this. When you've got a bit more time, you can obviously take a little bit more time and just to make sure they are 100%. That's roughly in the middle, and there, roughly in the middle, and the same here. Because you're changing them all the time, you won't know that they're not 100%. So now I've got my full sentence, and I'm going to bring my cursor right the way back, my seeker back there. I'm going to hit play. Okay, and so now it's been saved, so I'm going to download and share that. I hope that gives you a good idea of how to do kinetic text, and I look forward to seeing your kinetic text videos in the group.